What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Cole. I'm a strength and conditioning coach as well as a hockey trainer, and I hope that you guys are doing well with your seasons right now. I hope you guys are off to a great start, whether it's exhibition games or regular season that you guys are starting. I know different places got different things going on, but I hope it's going well. Today I want to talk about routines. I think routines are really important for everyone, for the general public, but specifically for hockey players as well. And I want to talk about why I think that they're important for you guys and how to get them going and implement it into your daily lives. The first part of this video, I want to talk about just routines as a whole, why you should have them, like how it will help you out and stuff like that. And then the second part of the video will be more specific for hockey in terms of how they fit into your hockey life, and with a busy schedule and with bus trips and being in foreign hotels and stuff like that, where you're out your habitat, so to speak, what's familiar to you. So this video is geared towards more of my junior guys, because they're on bus trips, traveling away for games and stuff like that. It can get pretty hectic when you're away from home and you're traveling and you're getting back from a game at 3 a.m. So yeah, I want to help out those guys specifically. But if you're younger, please stay tuned, because there's a lot of stuff in this video that I think you'll find helpful as well, and you'll be able to kind of get ahead a little bit and see what's coming up in the next few years as you start to travel and play away from home as well. So I like routines because it's familiarity. It allows us to be able to have things that we can rely on to get our day started or wind it down and get us in the zone, or ready for bed at the end of the night. And hockey players are no strangers to familiarity. Ironically, hockey players are some of the most routine-focused people, especially before games, pre-game. I know guys like to tape their stick at a certain time, eat at a certain time, meditate, whatever have you. Guys have that going for them, and so daily routines, I feel like, should be treated with a similar thing going on. Have stuff that you like to do, that you'd want to implement, whether it's reading, meditation, something that you'd like to have. Cold showers to wake yourself up in the morning, whatever it is. Just take a couple of things and try them. Don't make it too extensive, something that you can sustain. That's important. When I first started doing routines, I've tried to have these very high expectations and these elaborate things that I want to get done, or super difficult tasks that I couldn't bring myself to do in the morning or at night. And then it wouldn't meet my expectations because I wouldn't fulfill them all, and then in turn I'd be upset about that. So make it things that are manageable, things that you can do, realistically do, but things that will help to get your day started and to end your day at the end of the night. Daily routines can help us to be able to get our day going, and the way I like to think of it is it puts up a barrier between us and potential bad habits. Daily routines are a great way for us to introduce and sustain good habits, right? So for example, going to bed on time. If you have a set time where you have a routine, you wind down, you blah blah blah, and then you go to bed at a certain time, then getting 8 hours of sleep or however many hours of sleep you like to get in, you're way more likely to wake up at that desired wake up time than you would be if you didn't have that. You went to bed at whatever time and still had that expectation of yourself to wake up at 6 a.m. let's say, right? You would be way more likely to hit that goal, meet that expectation of yourself if you had a set time for when you go to bed. In the morning, let's say, getting up, and if the first thing that you do is you tell yourself, okay, I'm gonna shower, I'm gonna wake myself up, or I'm gonna go for a walk, I'm gonna eat breakfast, I'm gonna meditate, whatever it is, you having that expectation for yourself, having that routine, creating that habit for yourself, that good habit, that will create a barrier between you and checking your phone first thing in the morning maybe, or you sleeping in further than you should be if you're supposed to be up by a certain time. And I fall victim to this too. I'm by no means perfect. I make mistakes, and it can be tough to have consistency with them, but having consistency as best you can, and just the attempt of forming that habit each and every time you do it, it'll make a big difference. Routines, morning and night, can help our circadian rhythm. Getting up at a certain time regularly as best as we can, falling asleep at a certain time regularly as best as we can help us manage this circadian rhythm, which is our like internal clock for 24 hours, a full day. This circadian rhythm is why certain hormones are released at certain points during the day, why some of them decrease at night while some of them increase at night. Like, it balances all of this. This is why you feel tired at night, you know. Biologically, nighttime is when humans sleep, right? So that's why it's more difficult to sleep during the day. Melatonin is often released at night. We have that pattern that's in us, you know. Our body releases that at night, and that melatonin tells us, okay, like, we're tired now, we're fatigued, now it's time to rest, right? So having regularity to our schedule will help with that. And in turn, it means better sleep. It means better wake up. You know, you're more energized when you wake up. You're just having that regularity and being on task, being on schedule with things just allows you to make the most out of your day. All right, so how do we go about creating routines? Just find a couple things that you like. Find a couple things that you think you'd like to implement into your day. Maybe you're super anxious, or you overthink a lot and you want to meditate, right? Maybe have that at night. Maybe have that in the morning. Have that at a set time. Preferably in the morning or night, because that way you can control that, you know, throughout the day. Like, you're at work, you're at school, you're at a hockey game, whatever, and you're busy, things like, you can't always plan for the middle of your day, so morning and night are what's most desirable typically. Okay, so as hockey players, what challenges do we go through as junior hockey players? One big thing is just bus and travel time, right? So whenever you're playing games and you're on the road, like, you're leaving at different times, you're coming back at different times, at random times, and this impeded my routines a lot, and this became very difficult to plan and to have any kind of like structure to my day. And so what I'll say for this is, don't be attached to your routines. This in part goes why they shouldn't be extensive. Something you can do, something manageable, that doesn't take too long, or it's not too elaborate. But your routines, you should want to have them, and you should be insistent on having them as often as you can. But when they don't work out, or you can't make it, or the time in which you do them shifts, just stick with that and be malleable, be adaptive to it. So if you get back from a game, an away game, at 2 a.m., like 2 in the morning, and usually you wake up at like 6 a.m., let's say, or 7 a.m., that's only 5 hours of sleep, and you know you'll be dead tired, and you'll sleep in the next day further than that, and that's fine. Sleep until 10 a.m., whenever you need to sleep in until, recover, and then begin your routine at 10 a.m. if you can, right? So don't sacrifice, here's another thing, don't sacrifice sleep for the sake of maintaining your routine. I did this at one point, and I'd wake up like dreadful. Like, I'd wake up tired, and just for the sake of keeping on a certain schedule, doing something at a specific time, waking up at a certain time, but I'd feel awful, right? So sleep is just as important, if not, it's really more important, to be honest. Like, getting your 8 hours or whatever it is, making sure that you're feeling well rested, and then carrying on with your day. If you're functioning at 40%, but you just got up at the same time, I mean, if you really need to for a day, or, you know, a short period of time, that's fine. But like, long term, that's not a good strategy, and there will be repercussions, sleep deprivation, all of that, and that won't help your performance, right? So it'd be much better for your performance if you were to just sleep in until whatever time and begin your routine when you wake up. In conclusion, don't be overly attached to your routines. Find stuff that you like, that you think you can sustain, that will be positive for you. And yeah, have fun with it. Be adaptive. Don't get down on yourself if you're not consistent with every minute detail of the routine, especially during the season when you're traveling, when you got school, work, games, practices, all that stuff going on. Alright guys, that's the end of the video here. Please like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed it. Really, comment. I mean, this channel is like super new, so if you do see this and you do enjoy it, you know, say something, write something a little about yourself, maybe where you're from, where you play, anything that you're going through right now as a hockey player. Like, I'm interested in it all, and I'd love to hear from you guys. So in the meantime, to the next video, take care. But peace.